Greetings and salutations. Thank you for lending an ear to the voice of the times this Thursday, October 7, 2021. For today's editorial, Facebook outage exposes everyone's critical vulnerability. On Monday, it began Sunday night here in the Philippines, the entire Facebook system, comprising Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, completely disappeared from the internet for a period of 6 to 7 hours, and as late as Wednesday, still had not been fully restored. The unexpected event caused chaos around the world, and while it did not cause catastrophic damage, so far as is known, it demonstrated that a similar outage in the future most certainly could, and has led many to rethink just how entwined their lives and businesses are with the Facebook ecosystem. The outage happened at the same time the company was under intense scrutiny by government regulators in the US and European Union for its business practices, but what little information about the sudden outage has been made available by Facebook and outside experts indicates that the technical failure was purely an unfortunate coincidence. In essence, Facebook rendered itself invisible to the rest of the internet, requiring its software code connections to be restored or rebuilt by hand, a process that may take days to fully complete. An error in upgrades being done to Facebook's main system, experts have said, evidently deleted data needed by other systems to locate Facebook, including many of Facebook's own systems. That led to amusing stories, shared naturally on suddenly very popular alternative social media and messaging platforms such as Twitter and Viber, of Facebook employees being locked out of their offices and technicians trying to fix the problem, unable to access the secure server facility because their own company-issued electronic ID badges wouldn't work. For the estimated 3.5 billion other Facebook users and tens of millions of others whose online activities rely on Facebook's infrastructure, whether they realize it or not, the outage was disastrous. Small businesses and individual entrepreneurs suddenly found themselves cut off from their customers. Media outlets were cut off from a significant part of their audience. Online schooling was interrupted for many students. And hundreds of millions of people, particularly in less developed countries, found themselves cut off from most contact with the outside world. The outage even extended to functions outside the Facebook ecosystem. Every app that has the feature allowing a user to log in using his or her Facebook profile also was inaccessible until the system restoration began to take effect. Taken together with the mounting questions about Facebook's questionable business practices, including the tolerance, if not outright encouragement, of potentially harmful content in order to increase online traffic and misuse of user data, the unprecedented shutdown of the Facebook system this week should give us pause. Much of our business and personal lives are now inextricably linked to Facebook and its various outlets, and while that is not necessarily bad, this week's demonstration of the fragility of the system highlights serious risks we all take by placing so much reliance on it. Reliable alternatives. One obvious suggestion from this week's incident is that everyone should reassess their personal and business activities and find reliable alternatives for those that are absolutely critical. When they are working properly, Facebook and its other products offer a great deal of functionality and ease of use, but they should not be the only means one has of maintaining contact with other people, carrying out important tasks such as online classes, operating a business, or accessing information and services from the government and other providers, if those activities cannot withstand an unplanned interruption that might last several hours or several days. Having one or more alternatives in that case, even if Facebook is still preferred, is a prudent bit of self-preservation. If there is a silver lining in the cloud of chaos created by Facebook on Monday, it is that it may encourage some competition from those potential alternatives or others that might be developed. That would benefit everyone, even Facebook, because it would be obliged to address some shortcomings that give others a competitive advantage and make using it a better experience. And that's editorial for Thursday, October 7, 2021. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to our digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and listen to The Voice of the Times.